Well, hey again, if you were just on watching, we've got some technical difficulties. We were losing internet connection, so we are going to try this again. If it disconnects again, we're just going to shoot a video and post it. It won't be live, but it's still all the same content. So to start over with what I was saying, welcome to the first monthly market update of 2023. We did our year-end market update in January. Now we'll be going month by month and quarter by quarter. So we are going to look at January 2023 and how everything closed out as compared to 2022. It's off to a great start, and we're also working on switching up our format a little bit for these monthly market updates to keep the information clear, concise, to the point. We value your time. We know you've got limited time. We want to get you this information in as short a time as possible so that you can take it in, and then you can always reach out to us offline with questions or for more details. So Dustin with North Point Bank is going to be joining us to talk to us about interest rates here in just a minute. But I'm going to get us started now with our monthly market update, starting with Muskogee and Harris County. So let's jump into those numbers. All right, closed sales for January 2023 was 163 in Muskogee and Harris County, and in 2022 it was 251. Not a big surprise that it's that much less, because if you've been watching these monthly updates, you know the end of last year our pending sales were way down as compared to previous years. So, and keep in mind too, this time last year interest rates were still 3% range. They were significantly lower than they are now. So we were in a little bit different market climate starting off last year, but I'm telling you, we are in a great environment right now. The whole team has been crazy busy, and Dustin said he's been crazy busy at work as well. So there are buyers and sellers out making things happen, and we're glad to be a part of that. So, all right, January, Muskogee and Harris County days on the market averaged about 49 days, and in January last year, it was about 35 days. The average sales price for this past January for closed sales was $235,500, and in 2022 January it was $242,700. So down a little bit, but you see those monthly fluctuations anyhow. That's not an indicator that pricing is down. It just happens to be kind of the range that closed out for January. List to sale price percent. In January, everything closed out at about 98% of list to sale price. And last year, January was 97.66. So it's actually a little higher this year than it was last year. Right now in Muskogee County and Harris County, both counties, we have approximately 285 active listings and 297 pending sales. Inventory is crazy low right now. So it is driving some good activity in our market, and it's also a good reason, if you're thinking about selling, why you might want to try to get it on the market before the spring rush while inventory's low, so buyers are more limited and options. Just putting that out there. In 2022 January, there were about 456 active listings and 281 pending sales. So from January to January, we have far fewer active listings right now, and we actually have a few more pending sales. So just kind of a fun, interesting fact. Doesn't really mean anything specific at this point. We've got to see what's happening in the coming months, and I think I'll have a little more to say about it by the end of first quarter. All right, let's look at Russell and Lee County. Closed 23 sales in January of this year versus 22 sales. Excuse me, I'm saying that wrong. I'm saying the years, not 23 sales. 76 sales makes much more sense. There were 76 closed sales in January of this year and 114 in January of last year. Again, same thing as Muskogee and Harris County, has to do with what was pending late in the year. And, this past year, 2022, we didn't have high numbers of pending sales going into January. So not a surprise to see those numbers down. Average days on the market for January in Russell and Lee County, average days 41 days on the market. This time last year, it was 36 days on the market. Average sales price, $235,300. So really right in line with Muskogee and Harris County. And then in January of 2022, average sales price was $238,000. So again, not a very significant difference between the two. List to sale price, pretty much about the same. This past January was right at 100% list to sale price. And in January of last year, it was 99% list to sale price. So there are currently 156 active listings in Russell and Lee County. There are currently approximately 159 pending sales. So in all 4 counties, we are seeing more pending sales than what is actually on the market and active at this moment. So just something to keep in mind, crazy low inventory right now. Last year in January, there were 110 active listings. So we've got a few more this year in Russell and Lee County. And there were 240 pending sales. So we've got a few less pending sales in Russell and Lee County. So that really gives you the nuts and bolts of what has happened in January. Now, let's get to what everybody really wants to know about, interest rates. Cue Dustin. How's it going?
Awesome.
All right. Well, how was January and what are we looking like on rates right now?
So January was great. January was super busy. Like Kim just said, I can feel it picking up. I think if you're somebody sitting on the fence wondering, okay, do we wait for rates to go a little bit lower? I would not wait. It does feel like things are starting to really, spool up. So we'll see where it goes. But right now rates are, if you're looking at an FHA loan or a VA loan, you can look to be at about 5.5%. And that is a par rate, meaning there is no discount points tied to that. If you are looking at conventional, you're going to be closer to 5.875, 6%, depending on credit. We are seeing people that are paying a little bit of discount right now and getting down in the low 5s. So those are really good rates. I mean, just 30 days ago, a lot of the things that we were charging people for as far as a discount or fees to get that rate are free now. We're not having to charge that. So we're seeing rates about 0.5% lower all the way across the board than they were the last time we did this.
Awesome.
So,
that's good news.
Yeah.
We'd like to hear that.
Awesome. We did have another Fed meeting yesterday. They raised the rate another quarter. I think people see that and maybe panic a little bit, but that's a very small increase compared to what we've done over the past, several months. So
Justin, tell them why it's good news.
It's great news. I mean, it means that they think inflation is coming down, and it is. The readings are showing that it's coming down. So if things continue on the path that they're on now, I think you can continue to see rates come down. I would not be shocked if you see rates by the end of the year back in the 4s. We'll just see where it goes. So
yes,
I think
we're very hopeful for that.
I think they're on the right track. So yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
So there you have it, a very quick and concise, consolidated version of our monthly market update, getting you the quick information that you guys want to know. And obviously, if you have more questions, if you need a deeper dive into some of this information, if you want details from my side specifically, maybe about your house or your neighborhood, or if you're a buyer and you need to connect with our buyer team here and get more details on some specific questions in the buying market for our community, we can do all of that. So reach out. And if you've got pre-qualification questions, refinance questions, anything mortgage related, Dustin is your guy. So Dustin's going to drop in the comments below his contact information, as we always do. And you guys know how to reach me. You can message below, private message. You can call me, 706-332-6349. You can email